Hi guys, Andrea here, owner and senior podiatrist at AC Podiatry. Hope you're having a great day. My day's gone pretty well. Look, today what I want to talk to you guys about is dorsal foot pain. And you're sitting there going, dorsal foot pain? What the hell is dorsal foot pain? Okay, dorsal foot pain is pain that affects the top of the foot. Okay, so on top of the arch, if you like. Okay, it's something we see a lot in people who have quite high arch feet. Okay, so what I want to share with you today is one very simple tip you can use to manage this particular problem, and it's really, really simple. If you hang around, I'll show it to you, okay? And the reason I want to talk about this is I was at a family barbecue on the weekend. My cousin, he's a bit of a sports nut, likes running, likes kicking the ball, likes doing a few bits and pieces, complained specifically of this problem, okay? He bought a new pair of shoes, was out there doing some activity, and he started to complain of numbness and tingling, not at the start, but towards the end of his run and activity. And that's generally what we see with this problem. If you have this aggravation across the top of the foot, you generally find that it's quite tender, quite painful. Sometimes it can cause numbness and tingling. And the reason for that is that you have a nerve that sits very close on the top of this part of the foot, and compression or squashing on the top of that particular part of the foot can cause numbness and aggravation, okay? In kicking sports, so soccer, football, when you're using the top of the foot, the instep, to actually kick the ball, the compression of the ball against the top of the foot can be really quite uncomfortable. And for some people, it makes them either not have the power to kick the ball or not to be able to play that sport at all, which can be really annoying because in a lot of instances, it's a really simple fix. And again, if you can't exercise because you get numbness and aggravation, or you can't kick the ball, you can't do the things you want to do. You can't achieve those health goals that you've set for yourself, or you can't play the sport that you love playing. And you guys all know, I love people being active. I love people pursuing exercise and doing what makes them happy. And nothing annoys me more than a sore foot. That's why I'm a podiatrist. A sore foot stopping people doing those things. Okay, so if we get this fixed, okay, and I'm going to show you this very simple lacing technique that you can use to fix it. If we fix this, that numbness, that aggravation goes, and it's instant. It really is instant. A simple reduction of pressure on the top of the foot and it goes, okay? Same with kicking the ball. All of a sudden you can start kicking the ball and not have the issues that you've had before. It means you stay on track, you're heading towards your goals, you're playing the sport you love, you're happy with a smile on your face, and again, beautiful warm weather. You want to be out there and about in there. You don't want to be sitting down watching everybody else from doing it. So, what's the tip? Come on, Andrea, share it with me. I'm hanging around. All right, here we go. I'm just going to grab my shoe. So, generally speaking, when we lace up the shoes, what we all tend to do is we crisscross. So we start at the bottom and we cross the laces across the top of the foot all the way up to the top, okay? Like so, okay? And that's how we normally lace up our shoes, okay? That's how we've always been taught. That's historically how we do it. And for most people, that works. However, if you have dorsal foot pain or pain on the top of the foot, where those laces cross can, especially in those high arch feet or people who have a real prominence across the top of the foot, can cause that compression. So the beauty of laces is it gives us the flexibility to lace around it. Now, what you'll see here, okay, if you notice it, okay, is what I've done is crossed, and then across what would be considered the high part of the foot, I've just simply laced down the sides, like what I've prepared earlier, okay? And what this allows is when your foot's in there, for the foot to come up through the top without the pressure of the laces on top. Simple, right? It really is. And 80%, 4 out of 5 patients that I see with this dorsal foot pain, they make that subtle change, okay? It reduces the compression across the top of the foot. It prevents the compression on the nerve structures that we were talking about earlier. Boom, pain's gone. And I've had patients leave here going, oh my God, that pain has disappeared. That's how immediate it is. So really simple fix, okay, to get it done. Now, sometimes that won't fix it, okay? So if you're one of the 20%, don't stress, okay? There's probably another reason why that's happening, okay? Some of the reasons we see is your foot type, okay? If you have got a really high arched foot, it's really hard to, over time, to not get some kind of degeneration or aggravation across the top of the foot. Okay, maybe you've got the wrong shoes. If you've got a very narrow shoe or a shoe that doesn't have much volume or room inside it, even with the lacing adjustment, you don't give yourself enough room across the top and you'll still get that compression on the top of the foot, okay? Maybe it's the way your foot actually works, what we call the mechanics or the biomechanics, okay? For some people, due to a whole myriad of issues, the stress placed through the middle of the foot is such that it causes pain and aggravation, okay? And look, and in some instances, and age doesn't really play a factor, but there can be systemic issues, such as a systemic issue is something like an arthritis, degenerative change, or something of that nature, which can play a part. Now, if you've done the lacing technique and you haven't fixed it and you haven't changed it, okay, you really should look at getting assistance or help with it, okay? Nobody deserves sore feet, okay? It prevents so many things. So if you try the lacing technique, that's your first port of call. You make that change to the lacing technique and chances are for most of you it's going to fix it. But if you are one of those people that fits into that latter category, that 20% that have got some other reason why you're having pain across the top of the foot, pick up the phone and give us a call. In a lot of instances, it's a simple fix. We can use things like, again, maybe reviewing the footwear and getting you into a wider lasted or more volume shoe, high volume shoe. Maybe we'll look at doing some manual therapy and mobilization because that joint has just become stuck and stiff and can't move. Or maybe we need to look at some kind of orthotic intervention to kind of support the foot and allow it to function properly. But either way, we've got a solution and a fix that will get rid of that pain, okay? You don't have to live with it, okay? As I said, there you go. One simple tip, fix the problem solved. Excellent, fantastic, okay? So look, thanks for sticking around. I hope as always, I hope you got something out of that. Share it with your friends, share it with your family if you know somebody who's got that problem. Thanks for listening. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to head off. Have a great day and I'll talk to you soon. Okay guys, ciao.